why is this move a good move for Milan?
Well, various reasons. The first reason primarily being it provides more teams for an athletic or an activity conference than we've got now. The Grand River is proposing a large and small school division for a total of 16 teams. We have currently got in the TriRivers Conference 6 teams. So the primary reason is the future stability of having more schools in a conference, and that's what the Grand River provides for the district.
What about staying in the Tri-Rivers? Was that discussed? What were your options, and how did you go about that?
That was discussed significantly. In fact, the initial deadline to respond to the Grand River was February 1st. Myself and the other superintendents of the Tri-Rivers began working with another conference about potentially merging. Throughout that process, we received an extension to the deadline from the Grand River Conference, and were able to, through February 27th, we were able to discuss potentially merging with the other conference, which would in fact add more teams. Unfortunately, unofficially, the responses that we've got did not really pan out to be a better fit for Milan. There was going to be very little change, and in the long run, it would not have been a better fit. Having said all of that, our school board then evaluated the situation and made the decision to join the Grand River Conference.
And as far as fits go, how will that conference be a better fit for you?
It's difficult to say. Obviously, any decision like this, Fred, is going to be exciting. It's going to be scary. It does have significant changes. But we're hoping, primarily with Trenton and Princeton, our two schools that are in the conference, that they will be likable opponents for us at Milan. So we're hoping that in the long run it'll be a good fit for us. It's difficult to say right now just because we haven't experienced it yet. But we're hoping that with the addition of several teams to the Grand River, making it a 16-team conference, it will be a more stable, long-term fit for the district.
Longer travel time in some sports, in all sports, for your student athletes?
Actually, when you do the math, the longest travel would be during football season. Now, due to the way the breakup is with the small school and large school, the average distance for the 7 potential trips in the large school division is actually smaller or less than the average distance we currently travel for the 5 potential away trips to the Tri-Rivers Conference schools. So travel is a concern, but it's not a big enough concern that the school board felt it was against its best interest to join the Grand River.
When will you officially become a member of this conference and start playing?
2016-2017 school year. So not next year, but the year after.
What have your coaches thought about this?
Some of the coaches have had mixed responses. Some have been supportive. Some are a little bit concerned about the process. Any change of this magnitude is going to bring a very varied responses. But it is something the board took into consideration and tried to make the best decision they could, considering the long-term sustainability of activities and athletics for the district.
Quite a board meeting last night, a lot of discussion, and was it a unanimous vote at the end?
It was a 6-1 vote. It had been discussed for several months. Like I said, we brought it to the board officially in December, and so it being the February meeting, it had been discussed for the past 3 months. There was a considerable amount of discussion.